Curse of St. Agatha in fully connected English prose, with no scene breaks or headings, perfect for reading like a continuous short horror story. In the shadowed heart of a forgotten Romanian forest, the ancient stones of St. Agatha's Abbey still stood, crumbling yet defiant, a relic of something once sacred, now stained. The Vatican hadn't received a word from the Abbey in over 40 years, until one day a letter arrived, smeared with wax and blood. It carried no salutation, no sender, just three chilling words. She walks again. Young Sister Clara, a novitiate from Milan, was dispatched alongside Father Anton, a war-scarred scholar priest. Their orders were clear: investigate the abbey, report any unholy presence, and if necessary, contain it. As they approached the wrought iron gates, crows exploded into the sky, fleeing into the fog. The gates opened by themselves, revealing a courtyard swallowed in vines and silence. Inside, the air was heavy, damp with the scent of mold, incense, and something sickly sweet beneath. A lone nun, pale and silent, greeted them. Her name was Sister Mirella, though she never spoke. Her face was hidden behind a black veil that seemed too old to belong to the living. She gestured them inside but warned with a single whispered sentence, "Do not remain past midnight." That night, Clara began to dream. She saw children praying in reverse, their voices echoing in stone corridors. The holy water in the font turned black and bubbled. The cross on the wall hung upside down. Then came the vision: a nun, face disfigured, mouth sewn shut with rosary beads, crawling along the chapel ceiling like a spider. Clara awoke screaming, but no one heard her. No one except the mirrors, which trembled as if reflecting not her, but something behind her. Exploring the lower chambers, Clara and Father Anton found a door sealed with rusted chains and 7 iron crosses. Latin was scratched across the surface. Non aperias, dormit in sanguine. Do not open, she sleeps in blood. But the chains had already been broken, from the inside. Researching the Abbey's hidden manuscripts, they unearthed the story of Sister Lilith, a nun excommunicated in the 1400s for performing forbidden rites. Possessed by a demonic entity, her body was burned, yet would not die. Her skin fused with the habit she wore. Her name was erased from all records. They buried her alive beneath the altar, chaining her soul in silence. But now the silence was unraveling. That night, the Abbey awakened. Candles flared and extinguished without cause. The walls whispered in forgotten tongues. One by one, the nuns reappeared, transparent, spectral, repeating old prayers as they bled from their eyes. In the confessional, Father Anton heard his dead brother's voice say, "She's not a nun anymore. She's hunger in a veil." Clara was no longer dreaming. Sister Lilith had risen. Her presence turned scripture into ash, melted crucifixes, and warped the eyes of every saintly statue. She walked barefoot through the halls, her skin charred, her mouth still stitched. But her scream tore through minds like knives. Mirrors cracked when she passed. Shadows bent toward her as if in prayer. Determined to stop the curse, Clara entered the chapel alone at midnight. The demon tried to break her spirit, showing her every sin she ever committed, whispering lies and doubts into her ears. But Clara knelt and began to recite an ancient exorcism hidden in the wall of the sacristy, long forgotten by the church. The candles blew out. The wind screamed. Sister Lilith appeared behind her, reaching with burnt, skeletal fingers. As her mouth split open, the rosary beads burst and spilled across the floor like bone. Clara turned and struck her chest with a sacred relic, the sealed vial of the blood of Christ. Light erupted from it, piercing every shadow. Lilith screamed, her flesh peeling in ribbons of fire and ash. The ground beneath the altar opened once more, pulling her back into the tomb she had escaped. With one final shriek, she vanished. The abbey collapsed the following week. The Vatican declared the ground forever sealed. Sister Clara returned to Rome, her heart quiet, her prayers deep. But at night, she hears whispers in her rosary. And sometimes in her reflection, her eyes flicker black. Because some prayers should never be answered.